Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! We have so much to be excited about this upcoming summer for fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. I, of course, am the legendary Jonathan Clarke, and I have never felt more honored to be a part of this incredible future with all of you. I feel as if I've been on this incredible journey discovering the power of Descendants and Zombies for what has been for me a very long time, but a time that I will never ever forget, that will go on to hold a very special place in my heart for many years to come. And I would love for you to come along on this incredible journey and to be a part of what we are all setting ourselves up to be a part of, which is really history for fans of Descendants and Zombies. Do you guys recall the first time ever you watched Descendants and Zombies and how you felt captivated, how you had your heart stolen? Well, if you are somebody who remembers being a part of the original trilogy and its premiere, you will never forget the feeling that you had when you saw Dove Cameron's portrayal of the character Mal for the first time ever. And we are looking ahead to Descendants Book Wonderland this upcoming summer, when Red will have her first ever ballad in the Descendants franchise, which is something we've been waiting on for a very long time. It will give Red a chance to express her emotions in ways she has never had the chance to express and both feel in her emotions, and I'm really excited for her because I remember seeing this PR interview that Clarke did some time ago promoting Descendants Book of Wonderland's upcoming release, and she touched on how she was so excited for Red to have her own ballad for the first time ever. You know, I remember the first ballad that Dove Cameron ever recorded for the Descendants franchise. She had a music video to go along with it that tied in very significantly with the message of that song. Herself and Ryan McCartan will go on to record a duet of that song too in the future, but I remember how emotionally overcome Dove Cameron was and so excited to perform that song for the first time ever. And when we saw it, after 100 takes had been taken out there in the forest, we all fell in love with that story about how Dove Cameron had 100 takes of this music video taken in the forest, and she was so excited to be a part of it. I know Kenny Ortega wanted to get this one really right, but I think Dove Cameron always knew what she was up to and what she wanted to make the most of that opportunity, because it was her chance to define what this character Mal was really going to be all about. How she was going to have a chance of going down in history for being a legend, and how Clarke's character Red is being presented with the exact same opportunity courtesy of Kimmy Gatewood, the ongoing director of Descendants and Zombies, which is something I'd love to sit in the catbird seat to be, is the director of Descendants and Zombies, which you guys can have help happen for me if you hit the subscribe button or give me a couple of likes, because in all honesty, guys, I would love the chance to really bring this franchise to life. Now, I know it probably will take over 50,000 likes and 50,000 subscribers, but who's to say it can't happen for me? Because I've always wanted to bring the magic out of Descendants and Zombies and really leave you all inspired, which Descendants and Zombies I know has already done, but I think that you guys have deserved a dedicated voice and a dedicated director for a very long time. I feel like these positions as a part of the creative team for Descendants and Zombies has always been a revolving door, people kind of coming in and out all the time, and I think what you guys have always deserved is dedication. You've never really deserved to see the cast changed up as often as what it has been. You've never deserved to see people kind of coming in and out of these franchises, often saying goodbye when their time was very short-lived with this franchise, because everybody, no matter who they were, offered an exceptional amount to this franchise and really contributed to bringing these franchises to life and really showing a lot of incentive. Every character in Descendants, here's the thing, here's the deal. Every character in Descendants has their own individual story, and all they've ever wanted is the chance to share their story with the world, to share their story with everybody who may have felt inspired by characters like Bridget, but like Red, like Chloe, even Mal and Evie. I myself have felt inspired by all these wonderful characters for their stories because I couldn't help but fall in love with their stories and feel more inspired. I always took something very special away from their stories and just wanted to be a part of it. So what I did was I created this YouTube channel just hoping. The only hope I've ever seemed to have is that somebody out there was going to watch these videos and think these videos would have been really cool, and eventually if they hit my subscribe button and my like button because they thought these videos were the best videos they had ever seen created, because nobody goes as far with these franchises as what I've chosen to do. People often just record 7 to 12 minute long reaction videos for teaser trailers, AI footage, what have you, and they don't really go into extensive detail on this franchise. The reason why I go deeper and further with these franchises than ever before and take you on a proverbial magic carpet ride like Aladdin and Jasmine from 1992 is because I've always believed in the magic of Descendants of Zombies and the magic it's always possessed. Because I think that for everybody out there who's believed in fairy tales existing and how magic is real, I think you should be given more of a reason than ever before to keep on believing that and continue on to following your passions because of what Descendants of Zombies has encouraged you to do. Because so many people feel so much stronger because of what Descendants of Zombies presents us with the chance to believe and to really hold on to. These beautiful stories about friendship with Red and Chloe and even Bridget, who stayed together for forever. No matter what consequences they were faced with because of time travel, they stayed together for forever and always. And I think that these friendships are things that we valued over at least the last 10 years. For over 10 years, we've seen beautiful showcases of the friendships of Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker and even Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson, which were friendships that were never given enough credit. I remember the criticism they received early on. Nobody really wanted to give this one much of a chance. These girls were beautiful. They were the last of a generation, which is something I very quickly realized, and had a lot of respect for them for being the last of a generation, which means we will never see stars quite like this ever again. So because we will never see stars quite like this ever again, they should be celebrated and they should be honored, be put on pedestal. They should never have to come down off of, and we can make that happen for them. We can give them more opportunities to entertain and perform and get their choreographing down to a point where it leaves us captivated and lost for words, because I think there are far more fans of Descendants of Zombies out there than ever given credit. There are over 10.5 million of you on social media platforms alone, over 600,000 of you alone on YouTube who watch these videos every night. So because there are over 600,000 fans of Descendants of Zombies on YouTube, the way I've always perceived this chance is a chance to create videos for those 600,000 people and give them something back, give them something to appreciate and something they can hold on to for the rest of their lives, which is something I felt more than honored to be a part of. And I can tell you this, while I may never know what the future has in store for Descendants of Zombies fans in the story, I've become a stronger person. And a lot of people who talk about Descendants of Zombies will never openly admit this with an open heart and an open mind, but I really have become a stronger person because I see the strength and the power. I see these stars going through what they refer to oftentimes as their power era, and I can't help but feel inspired by them because they have really come a long way. I saw a post that a fan had made on X just last night where they were talking about how quickly these stars are growing up. They'd reached a point of maturity in their lives, and they were really showing that off in photo ops for Descendants. They were showing it off in PR, and they really reached a point where maturity has really gotten the better of them. And it's really cool how maturity has kind of really stepped in and taken over for these stars because they are using better vocabulary. They're being so professional, far more professional than they've ever been. And I think they deserve respect for that. They deserve a hand to hold on to. People who are never going to let go, who have never wanted to say goodbye. And I just wanted to be one of those people that will always have something nice to say about your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars. And I like to believe that somewhere, somehow, I've come through with something nice to say about them every single time. I have believed in them. I have held on to them for forever and always, and I've just always wanted to be a part of something special that has everything to do with your favorite stars, and even Camp Rock 3, which is still up and coming this summer, which everybody is really excited about. Not only do we have Descendants 5 with Wonderland to look ahead to, we have Camp Rock 3 to also look ahead to, and Zombies 5 coming up in 2027. So just to run that back for you, not only do we have Descendants 5 with Wonderland to look forward to this summer, we also have Camp Rock 3, which is also up and coming, in Zombies 5 sometime between now and 2027, which is going to give us something to be really excited about. And of course, the Worlds Collide Tour now featuring Camp Rock's cast is going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I'm really excited to be a part of that with all of you. The tour dates have officially been confirmed. They will kick off on September 25th and run right through until December 13th. Tickets are on sale now. There are select seats still available for some venues who have their ticket seats open, their ticket windows open, and I think everybody is really scrambling to try to get their hands on these tickets. If last year's ticket sales are any indication, they are going to go fast, and I wish you guys all the best of luck because I know how much this franchise and this incredible journey that we've all been a part of means to each and every one of you, because it's been one that I know that I will never ever forget. Having the chance to share with you my story about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies really became an honor for me because I had the chance to meet so many incredible fans of Descendants of Zombies who one night on Halloween many years ago showed up at my door trying to get me to guess who their favorite Descendants of Zombies characters were. And no matter how hard I tried, I could never really guess successfully who their characters were until they told me. And it was on that night that I realized that you guys wanted me to create something special because you must have known I was a YouTuber. And I went down into my parents' basement at the time, which was very poorly financed in terms of a podcast, which eventually became a YouTube channel, and I began researching everything that I could about your favorite stars. I did the same thing for Miley Cyrus years ago because I was the biggest Miley Cyrus fan and supporter that you could have watched on YouTube at the time. I researched everything from Miley Cyrus's favorite color to her favorite movie. I loved everything about her. And I eventually would go on to love everything about your favorite stars too, from their favorite colors to their favorite movies to their favorite celebrities who they had the biggest crushes on. I know Ruby Rose Turner had a big crush on Justin Bieber for quite some time there. And I wanted to really showcase this franchise for a very long time for what it was truly valued for having been, which was a story that you just couldn't help but fall in love with. That's how Descendants was always valued, a story that you just couldn't help but fall head over heels in love with, which many of us did. And no matter who we were, we all took something special away from Descendants to Zombies. A favorite character, a favorite moment, a favorite song that we all know and love the words to, which makes this so fun. I mean, how many of you are driving along in your car and you listen to that song, Life is Sweeter When You Are, because it's such a bubblegum type song that you just can't help but get stuck inside of your head. For its powerful lyrics, its profound message that really goes a long way in touching your heart and demonstrating how much further kindness can really take a person in this lifetime. Powerful ballads like If Only, that Dove Cameron sang for the first time ever in the very first Descendants movie, that a lot of people felt inspired by. It was at that moment that Clarke realized that she wanted to be a part of the Descendants franchise, and she would eventually go on to have the chance to become a part of these popular franchises such as High School Musical, which eventually became Descendants. And it all had something to do with how she saw Descendants for the first time ever at the age of 9 years old. Ruby Rose Turner the same. And I just wanted to give them a chance because I knew the criticism they were receiving was very cruel, and oftentimes people on social media that you see can be very cruel when posting movie reviews and columns about their favorite stars that they claim they're huge fans of. So if you're huge fans of your favorite stars, why are you finding time and criticizing them more so than appreciating them over the years? I think we can all come together and create something special for every fan of Descendants of Zombies, to give them something special to run away with and always believe in and come back asking for more, hoping for more to be said. And I've just felt so honored to be a part of this with all of you. I've seen strength, I've seen power, I've seen a lot of heart and dedication, obviously, in Clarke and Ruby Rose Turner, because their workout regimens are off the charts. They are really off the chain. And I've really been left at a loss for words for what they've had to endure, along with all the pressure, attending school, public schools, and then having to be on the sets of these very successful Disney Channel shows for Disney Plus also, and of course on movie sets like Descendants of Zombies in Vancouver, British Columbia, which is a place I'm very familiar with. Beautiful scenery this time of year. And I think the Descendants cast had a beautiful time last year filming this movie. They wrapped it up and they were so overcome with emotion because they couldn't believe they were making this franchise become a reality for them and really bringing it to life in such a place as beautiful as British Columbia. You know, I think we're all going to take something special away from this, and we're all really going to value the stories that are going to be presented. Red's going to have a chance to experience more emotion than ever before, more emotional times, with an expected relationship to develop, with a love interest, a new ballad to really describe what her character wants to achieve and what her character is really all about, and also the introduction of new characters such as Pink, played by Leah Segura for the first time ever, and Hazel Hook by one of Clarke and Charles' really good friends, Keanu Romero, who she's really excited to have the chance to work with and really premiere in these movies, because these are upcoming stars and futures we all have a chance to be a part of, which I couldn't feel more excited or more honored to be a part of and really share in with all of you. So thank you so much. You have allowed me the opportunity to be a part of the Descendants of Zombies franchises and to have become a part of these unbelievable soundtracks where I've offered you insights and predictions, which I really had the time of my life being a part of with all of you. You know, I think there are a lot of people out there that really don't have that greater appreciation for Descendants of Zombies, and that's what you guys have always deserved. The greater appreciation to be showcased about Descendants of Zombies for these franchises to exceed everybody's expectations and go to the heights of unprecedented success. Because I would love to have these conversations 20 years from now about how some of your all-time favorites, such as Clarke and Charles, have a chance of going down in history for being Disney legends, if not that, some of the greatest of all time. Because going down in history for being some of the greatest of all time has everything to do with cultural impact. And what cultural impact means is how many cultures you can touch the hearts of through the messages of your characters and their stories, and often how you tell these stories and how these stories are perceived. Never how they're reviewed by critics, because as I've said many times over the years, everybody is a critic. It's all about the cultural impact that characters like Bridget, Ren, and Chloe have eventually had on all of our hearts, and how we couldn't help but feel a part of something so special, like events like the Worlds Collide Tour and these incredible movie premieres that we've all had the chance to experience. And as we look ahead to this upcoming summer and the premiere of Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland, we all have something to hold close to our hearts and feel more excited and more appreciative over than perhaps ever before. Thank you so much for always and forever having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel every single time, because as always, it's been my profound honor to join you and to have the chance to have these wonderful conversations with thousands of people who obviously have loved Descendants of Zombies for a very long time, and I've had the chance to experience it and love it just as much as all of you, having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in terms of content for a very long time. I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support I've received for all of these videos. Over 4,000 people have seen something special in this YouTube channel, and you have the chance to possibly be the next person who sees something special in this YouTube channel, which I hope you do. Thank you so much for having watched this video from wherever you're watching this video tonight and from wherever you hear my voice. And once again, happy Easter to everybody. Easter is this upcoming Sunday, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter because you're such a passionate Descendants of Zombies fan who deserves nothing but the best in the way of reviews and, of course, analogies of your favorite stars and all these moments that have brought us to the moment where we realize that being a fan of Descendants of Zombies is just kind of cool. Thank you so much for having made Descendants of Zombies so special and for always choosing this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. And as always, thank you so much for having watched this video.